All right, hello everyone. Travesty here with a new upload for you today, which is Motel Manager Simulator. I've had some troubles getting this video uploaded. There was some issues with my recording software, and somehow the audio got unsynced. And anyway, I accidentally deleted all of the root copies of it, so I'm gonna restart all over again. Thankfully, I didn't get too far into this game. It was just to the beginning when we actually opened the motel. So I'll probably fly through the first part of this game pretty quickly. And let's go ahead and do the forest for this one. So yeah, if you haven't heard of this game before, it is uh, obviously a simulation game, and it looks like there is quite a bit to do. So you are running a motel. You do have a little convenience store that you'll be operating, and then there's a gas station element to it as well. So if you're seeing this video, that means I recorded everything correctly, everything's synced up, no issues. I really don't want to play this intro again, so let's hope we get it right the first time. Last playthrough I attempted was through the desert biome, because that is one of the newer parts of the game. I haven't tried the forest yet, so I figured maybe this will add a little bit more freshness to the gameplay for me. But yeah, so this is it, Motel Manager Simulator. This game has been on my watch list for a while. It does have a lot of elements from all sorts of different simulation games. It kind of has like a gas station simulator feel to it. I would say that's probably the most accurate comparison. So first thing we're going to do is read this letter as one does.
My grandson, what took you so long? If you're reading this, it means I'm long dead. I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you and I know you will take care of yourself. That's why I left you nothing. I've decided to leave this letter for you in this abandoned place for no reason at all.
Yeah, so Grandpa, as you can see, is a bit passive aggressive. And our inheritance is this beautiful plot of land. And thankfully, everything is pretty much set up. We do need to turn on the power. So again, I have done a little bit of this already in my last playthrough. So I'll probably get through this pretty quickly. And that way we can get straight to building our motel. So we can pick up multiple items at once, and then we just take it over to this dumpster. This is probably the most tedious part of having to redo a video is, of course, cleaning up everything again. But that is a lesson to be learned on my end. Double check everything before I start uploading and finalize recording. So we're going to plug our computer in. Great. So the tutorials are just giving us the basics as far as how to pick up multiple items, different controls and everything, but I'm sure you guys don't care too much about that. All right, so of course the first step of any simulator game is picking up all of our mess. So go ahead and clean up some of this trash here. Shouldn't be too much. That one has to be picked up by hand, which is no problem. I do have a bed here, so let's go ahead and get that set up over here. Perfect. And I think that is all of the trash, so we should be good with that. We'll just do a quick sweep, and then we will start decorating this. There's one more piece of trash. Our first room here. Is that? Yes, will be picked up with our trash can. Perfect. So yeah, this is our motel. This is the office area. We do have quite a bit of a mess in here as well. And I'll go ahead and clean this up just since I'm over in this area before I follow that the next task, which is going to be placing some lights and basically just getting this room all set up for the first clientele or guest that we have in the building. So are there any other big items? There's a few. Go ahead and throw these away. Perfect. All right, so I will get this room cleaned up, and then we will go grab the lights from the warehouse. All right, so room's cleaned up. Obviously, I'm just kind of picking up some things that were obvious right over here in our parking lot area. So this is going to be our warehouse, and then over here we do have our storefront, which I haven't gotten into that portion yet, but we'll probably open that up after we get everything for the room set up. So we have this wonderful trolley here. It's going to be super helpful in order to get everything from point A to point B. So we'll go ahead and place these things down on the trolley. And again, since I have done this before, I know exactly how much we're going to need. We don't need all of these paint cans. We just need 3 of them. So let's go ahead and bring this to our room over here and get everything set up. But yeah, this game's been pretty interesting so far. I think I'm really going to enjoy it. There's definitely a lot of multitasking that's probably going to be had during the first portion of the game, until we're able to get employees. So we'll have to try to get to that point as soon as possible. Obviously, money is going to be the most important part first, is getting that income and the profit rolling in. So easy enough. Not really much to explain here. We're just placing down tiles and getting. Let's see, there's a small spot here. Basically, just getting everything set up. So I do like to separate. I think we are supposed to separate the tiles from the bathroom to the living room. Perfect. And let's see, it's kind of just floating in midair. Perfect. We'll get that down. And then I will grab our paint buckets to start painting these rooms up. There's quite a few options that we have as far as tools. I'm not sure what the radio does, but there is police present. So I'm not sure if that's for us or people that are coming to rob us. We also have this shotgun here, which I have no idea what this is used for. Either scaring away animals or possibly, I don't know, meth addicts. Who knows what type of deplorables will stay in this place. Right, so we only have one paint color, so it's going to be white. It's going to be a pretty basic room. All right, so we'll get the walls, the ceiling, then we can get everything opened up and get our first guest in. And hopefully start making a little bit of cash. I'm really curious to see how the other elements play in as far as our shop and the gas station. I haven't, like I said, gotten to that point of the game, even in the previous playthrough I had. So we'll experience that headache together, rest assured. So I'll go ahead and get this room painted up, and then we'll get some equipment ordered up to get this room ready to sell. All right, hey, got that completed pretty quickly. And if you guys want to actually sit and watch me paint these walls, I'm more than happy to keep those in the edit. But I just figured it probably is just more entertaining for everybody to skip past some of the more tedious stuff for now, since there's going to be a lot that we need to do. Actually, I probably can just leave this here. Let's go ahead and throw away the empty paint cans, and then we are going to order everything we need for the room. So let's dump this, and it does want us to check the missing equipment and the computer. That's going to be under rooms, and as you can see, we have room 01, which we just put some beginning touches on. Once we click into that, it will tell us the necessary equipment that we're missing. The only thing we need double of is going to be the door, so I need to make sure to do that. So you'll go into delivery, we'll get the bed and everything that we need ordered here. So as you can see, there are bonuses that we can get if we have one of the more higher tiered beds. So that's going to be just extra cash that we get from each rental. Last time I did a single bed, but I really would like to get a double bed. However, I'm not sure how the increase works on that. If I'm going to get more money because there's 2 people. Let's maybe just stick with a single bed for now. We'll do one that's going to give us a bit of a bonus here. So let's do this one. We need a bed sheet. Those don't have any bonuses, I believe. They do not. So let's go ahead and add 1 bed sheet. We need a blanket. I think these are the same. The ones down here do have bonuses. So maybe let's go ahead and get one of those. We just probably need 1 pillow. Let's see, what color blanket did I get? I think I got a white one. Is that correct? Yeah, so and the bed sheet was blue. Just trying to make sure it's somewhat color coordinated. I don't think I'm going to have much options though. So let's just add one of these. All right, and then we do need 2 doors, so those work for me. Don't need ceiling lamps. Those are already set up. Bathtub. See, how much money do we have? 1,600, and we're at 314 now. So let's add a nicer tub. We don't have to go too crazy on the sink. Maybe something like that will do. We'll get some towels. So that will come with 3 towels per order. Toilet. We'll do that because I don't think the $2 difference is going to make a huge deal. Toilet paper. A heater for the room. And $6 sounds pretty good. So let's add one of those bigger ones there. And I do want to make sure we get some sort of holders for our towel and our toilet paper. Not really a huge difference. I'd rather go a little skimpier on that. Do these help? Maybe we add a desk and a chair as well. That seems like a pretty common. It doesn't ask me to, but I think it's going to be helpful just to get as much money as we can early on. Yeah, sure, that chair works for me. So I think we have everything. Anything else I can think of? Maybe some curtains for the room as well. Or we could do blinds. So that's going to be a $3 increase or a $2 increase. I'm fine with 2, so we'll throw that in our cart. So we do have different vehicle capacities. This one is at max, so this icon will slowly fill up. Once it's red, that means there's too much inventory, and as you can see, we can't transport it. So for this particular order, we will need to get one of the bigger trucks. And I believe we can have these things delivered more quickly. I'm not too worried about it because we're going to need to sleep anyway. So we'll just go ahead and deal with the 6 hours. Order that. Okay. Great. So the delivery is expected at 5:36. So we've got a few hours to kill. How's our energy level? Yeah, let's go ahead and just sleep it off because it thankfully does go pretty quickly. I wish there was a way to just kind of set a predetermined time that you want to sleep to, just to make this a little less tedious, but it's all right. So we've got a few minutes or a few seconds to spare. Actually, perfect timing. There is our delivery truck now. While they're doing that, I'm just going to kind of get ahead of the game here in case they want us to have our shop opened up next, just to make sure we have all the boards off and just kind of be ready for that next task. I think it's better to just be a little bit more prepared. I wish we could move this ice machine because it is just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but maybe we have to actually open it up first in order to be able to move that. All right, den zone delivery. Perfect timing. I mean, a little late. So the good thing is we can place our items in here in this storehouse and our warehouse and just pull it from inventory when we're in the room. So that's going to save me quite a bit of time. So we can just go in here, for example, place the bed, bathtub, everything that we want in the room into this area, and then we can just pull it directly from the inventory. So grab as much as I can here. So yeah, like I said, this game is, I think it's been out for a while, but it's a pretty cool concept with everything that we're able to do. They do have some really nice quality of life features compared to most of these simulator games. They definitely kind of tone down the more tedious aspects that these games typically have, as far as, well, inventory for one. Having to go back and forth would take so much time to do. So they kind of streamline everything, which I really appreciate that they do that. Perfect. Is there anything else I need? No. Great. All right, so we'll go ahead and finish that delivery. All right, Tom, thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. We can now finally get into our first room for sale. So, like I said, if we hit the F key, it's just going to open up our inventory. And we can just pull things straight from the warehouse, which is nice. One thing I did notice is with the bed sheets and blankets, you do have to place them down, then pick them up in order to place it on the bed. Minor complaint, but it would be nice to be able to just pull it open or pull it from the inventory and place it right on there. So we'll just have to remember to want that. Oh, shoot. Okay, I want that a little bit more centered there. Great. So we've got our doors to pick up. Let's have the brown door here. And maybe a black exterior door. It doesn't really look black, does it? Maybe the outside looks different. No, it looks about the same to me. Whatever. What else do we have here? Oh, yes, our bathtub. And these thankfully have predetermined spots that they go in. Makes it a lot easier. I have played some of these games where you're trying to put down the sink or the bathtub, and there's like gaps in between where the bathtub ends and begins. So it gives me a little bit of OCD. All right, we got our toilet. Now we have some holders. So we have a holder for our towel rack. So we'll go ahead and place that right there. And then we should have one for the toilet paper as well. It does take a bit to rotate these, but we're getting there. And yes, I keep hitting the wrong button for that. Same thing with this toilet paper. We pick it up and then have to press E to place it onto the device. And same with the towel rack. Perfect. Oh, and then we have a desk as well. Let's go ahead and place this. It's right over here. Man, it's a pretty barren room. Like I said, I didn't want to go too crazy with the first room. I just don't know how much money we're going to need for some of the other buildings that we'll be opening up. Is there anything else I am missing? Sink. We got our towel put in. Oh, the heater. We'll put the heater in. Excellent. We have completed our first room. It is very depressing, but I'm sure as time goes on, we'll be able to upgrade. And I'm assuming that we have ways to upgrade this whole area and making more rooms. The screenshots look like this is pretty spacious, but it looks like we just have 3 for now. So I'm not sure when that part will come into play. So next we just need to open the motel. So this seems like a good place to go ahead and end this first video. So I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. And then I might go ahead and clean up some of this parking lot stuff off camera. That way it's just nice and tidy. Maybe go ahead and get, I'll leave the storeroom alone for now, but at least get the parking lot because that's going to be the most tedious. And not really too worried about these other rooms just yet, but it might not hurt to get those knocked out while we're at it. So yeah, guys, if this is your first time at my channel, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. Feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button if you enjoyed the content. And there is a comment box down below, so if there's any games that you would like to watch me play through, feel free to leave some suggestions down below. I'll be happy to take a look at some of the ideas you guys have and see if maybe that will be one of the games I play through next. All right, well, first day so far a success. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.